Oh, hello. It is nice. Papa Dog and I, we are doing a clay healing cure, and we're doing a white lotus healing cure. I got white lotus oil and many other wonderful oils from White Lotus Aromatics in Oregon. They are in Port Angeles, Oregon, or near Port Angeles, and it is an amazing company, and they have the finest oils. And I just put some, I don't know if you can see this, white lotus oil on my hand and on my lips also. Oh, it smells so good, Papa Dog. And I put some on Papa Dog as well, and I kissed him on the nose with my white lotus cream lips. Yes, and he seems to like that. It's very relaxing. And I also put bentonite clay on him, and I cleaned his ears with kaolin cream, and a lot of black wax, dog wax came out. A lot of dog wax came out. Yes, and that is very nice. That is very, very good. Oh, he smells good, particularly when he comes in from the rain. He smells so good, so aromatic. A real strong musky smell. That was a burp. That was a basset hound burp, was that? Yes. Very musky and very lovely and nice. And that is true love. Yes. It's true love, and when you lick a little bit of this white lotus oil, it just takes a little fraction of a drop. It makes you feel all blissed out. And it is awesome. So, and I want to talk a little bit about love. This, what I just showed here, is true love. Okay. And it is non-sexual, non-romance, non-Hollywood, non-socially accepted, whatever, tolerated Hallmark card. No non-Hallmark card. Non-conventional, non-religious, non-ideology. It is pure, raw, pure, finest of the finest love that exists in the infinite universe. And if you don't believe me, try it out for yourself and you will see. You will see what it means, what true love really means. And that it doesn't mean conventional looks or changing your looks or stepping on yourself, kicking your natural looks with feet and boots. That's not what it is. True love is loving yourself just the way you are. I love myself with those Medusa hair, with this Medusa hair. Yeah, very strange hair. Very unmanageable. Very, very strange. Very, very socially and politically incorrect. It stands up. You know. It's like when I go shopping, sometimes I might wake up with something that sticks out to the side like that. I would have to actually take a shower first to flatten that back out. But I'm not gonna use a flat iron for my hair because I don't see the point in that at all. So yes, I fall prey to some of these things, and I do wax sometimes. Sometimes shave under my armpits. But I really don't see the point. And in general, it's, I mean, yeah, there are certain limits on things, Luckily, I don't have too much hair on my legs, but you know, for anyone who does have, I understand that you're waxing a lot, and so, but still, I mean, like changing your looks, like going under the knife or something like this. I think that's very sad. That is very, 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 very sad. And that's not love. That's the opposite. You need to love yourself the way you are, just the way you are, whether you have big boobs or middle boobs or no boobs. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The horse you love, you know, the horse in the stable, the draft horse that you pet and kiss does not care whether you have big boobs or not. Your dog doesn't care. Your dog loves you just the way you are. He thinks you are lovely. Okay? And why look at a neurotic society for an approval? Why look for a boyfriend who is also afflicted with a neurotic society? You have derailed completely off the path of planet Earth and nature if you do this. Come back. Even if it means you need to cry a couple of tears. That's okay. Let the tears come out. And as I was lying in bed earlier thinking about all of this, you know, thinking about all the tensions that I have gone through in my life and all this anticipating and all this needing and all this hoping and struggling with unattainable boys or men, and all this struggling with someone, or all less struggling like about anything, for love, for understanding, for convincing someone. Like I stand on my head. I talk until I'm blue in the face, and until my jacket is blue. I talk so much until all my jackets are blue. So you see this already here. It's already happening. And until I become the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street, from TNT's Seven Seas, Cookie Monster, Sesame Street. And that is not the way to go. That's not the way, like, that would be like struggling with Tony Harnell for love. Like taking like the most unlikely person in the whole world to struggle for love with, or to make him understand something. I don't know this person, I'm just making this up right now. Just using this as an example. So, it's like struggling with someone who has very, I don't know this person, I'm just saying now in general, struggling with someone who has a very preconceived idea of beauty. And then if someone felt like this was sort of hitting home watching this video, they will probably come to my video and insult me a whole lot. Like that's gonna fix anything, like that's gonna change the facts, right? Still not gonna change the facts. Sorry. I am just a messenger. I'm just a phone. Maybe I'm an ugly phone to you. Okay. To some people I'm pretty. Yeah. Yes, it's true. Believe it or not, there are some bizarre people out there. So, but it's not about me. Okay. The message stands for itself. I personally am just a regular person who struggles with everything, just like everyone else. I fall for stuff, I fall for society, I have insecurities, I want to love myself, and it's like some kind of strange melange between wanting to not to be too overly noticeable, and at the same time wanting to stand my ground, at the same time wanting to be liked, at the same time not wanting to give in. So it is a weird inner tug of war going on. But that's just the phone. I'm a telephone. I'm a conduit of a message. What really matters is the message itself. I can be fat and I can be very, very sedentary in my lifestyle, and I can still tell you that being fat is unhealthy and being sedentary is very unhealthy. I can still tell you all these things that it causes, that it causes other people. Luckily, I live a very healthy lifestyle in the way I eat and in the way I love and in the way I live with art and beauty and nature, and most of all with Papa Dog. Papa Dog is pure love. So pure love is the foundation of health. You can be even fat, and that will balance things out. But in general, I can be fat, and I can tell you it's not good to be fat. It's very, very unhealthy. It's certainly a killer to eat animal products. Any animal product, it's a killer. It's just your heart is just. It's just a matter of time until it becomes a flat line, or maybe even worse. You can go through tremendous agony. Someone said, having a heart attack is not a picnic. So I do not want to experience this in my life. I always thought when I was in my 30s, I thought, oh, I'm probably gonna die when I'm 50 if I continue like this. And then I thought, oh, it's good to die from a heart attack. And then I heard, oh, it's not so good to die from a heart attack. It's very painful, actually. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna change my mind. It's not so good, I guess. So, but even with all of this in mind, I still kept eating candy and all of these things, and I was drinking milk back then, and I felt really bad about it. And then I talked to Helga Tackreiter, who is an animal rights activist from New Jersey, and she has a cow sanctuary, and she told me all about it, and I had a wonderful conversation with her, and one time on Skype. And I thought it was really wonderful of her to take time to talk to a complete stranger. And so we exchanged information, and I gave her some information. Since I'm an activist myself, I gave her some of my information that I have researched that was helpful for her as well. But what was the most helpful was her information, because she, and I admire her so much. She's an angel soul. The way she communicates in such a calm, yet in such a determined, peaceful, yet very firm way, and in a firm way of arguing, in a friendly friendship way of arguing, not in an aggressive way as a lot of people are doing it, but in a very, very affirmative, friendly, inclusive, warm way and firm way and determined way. It completely clicked with me. I already knew it, but I was still addicted to milk. I said, oh, but I need milk in my Pero coffee, otherwise it doesn't taste good. It's that kid coffee, and I'm used to it from childhood on. In Germany, it's, wonderful, warm memories of my grandmother and me drinking Pero coffee with milk. And she talked me out of this, The the ethics overruled my amazing memories, my amazing, the feelings that are attached to the memories. And that's what also makes a lot of us addicted to food. Is it's not just our religions and our customs. It's much more that makes us addicted to food. It 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 is attached to memories, and it is attached to good memories. So our body thinks if we quit that, we quit the memories. We erase that and the good times that were associated with the candy that my mother put into her Nikolaus socks on December 6th, and that's what we do in Germany. We celebrate Nikolaus Day, and the kids wake up and they find a Nikolaus sock in front of their door with candy in it. And it's this, winter time, being at home, it's warm, and candles are lit, and the mother makes a Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte, which is sort of tastes a little bit like Ben and Jerry's Cherry Garcia. It's a pie sort of thing, cake, and those kind of things, and it's so full of animal products and all of this. And then we want to quit it, and then the body kind of goes into resistance because we think, oh, all of this is connected to our wonderful memories of some wonderful moments in the past. And we want to hold on to this. So that's what I think, that's where it is glued the most. And we need to come to realize that, first of all, don't enjoy something on cost of another living being. Okay, that should be the number one priority. And the conversation with Helga about I was already free from meat and free from most animal products, but it was just, I was still addicted to candy and milk, and she actually talked me out of it, and I'm so grateful for that. I already knew what they do to the calves. They tear the calves away, and still so difficult, to still was difficult, and I kind of went into some state of denial about it, and oh well, I'm getting organic milk. The problem is they do it with organic calves too. They tear them away from the mothers. It makes the mothers scream. It's like you having a baby and someone else, a giant or whatever. No, it doesn't have to be a giant. The cows are bigger than we are. Some weird ET, little green ET comes, or like a whole group of ETs with cattle prongs, and they tear the baby away from you, and you scream for your baby, and you don't know what's going to happen to your baby. Well, you think cows don't feel that? You think, and that's what a lot of people want to think. But the truth has nothing to do with those kind of speciesist beliefs or wannabe beliefs. So the truth is that cows feel exactly like we do, and all mammals. Take a baby away from a mammal mother, whether it's a human or dog or cat or lion, it doesn't matter. They go insane. That's the worst thing that can happen. Don't do this to another living being. And I told Helga about my conversation with one of those people for one lady they were supposed to protect farm animals. That's an institution to protect farm animals. And the lady says, I said to her, you need to all help us. We need to outlaw having the babies taken away from the mothers. And she said, with a lot of nerve, she said, well, then it would not be feasible anymore for the farmers. It would not make them enough income. I was absolutely shocked. Wasn't this institution there supposed to protect the animals? So, Humane Farming Association, baby, in quotation marks. And also, the whole word humane is already, throw that out. Yeah, we don't need that word anymore. Humane means nothing. That means brutal. If it's humane, if it's human-like, it's brutal so far. We can change that if we want to. We can become nicer, and then it would be more fitting, maybe, but it's still a speciesist word. Kindness is not pertained to humans, okay? We live here with many other mammals and other animals who are very kind and very caring. And so kindness and caring does not pertain to humans. And humane means really nothing. It's a complete waste of a word. So that's why I don't use it. That's why I would change the Humane Society. I would change that name totally. Make it into Kind Society, Kindness Society. Okay, call it that. And the Humane Farming Association is laughable. It's a joke. Okay, that needs to be dissolved. It doesn't do anything. It just protects the farmers. It protects the corporate agenda. So all of these things, and I discussed that with Helga, and she convinced me, that I cannot buy milk anymore. I just can't do it. Then I bought goat milk for like a year or so, and then I went completely to vegan milks, hazelnut milk, oat milk, soy milk. So I really like oat milk and hazelnut milk and almond milk. Those are probably the most healthy milks you can buy to make a milkshake with, and I made myself one here. I'll show you. Nice. With this one I made with soy milk. I still have some. I think soy is better fermented. This is not fermented, so I'm not going to buy this anymore. But it tastes fantastic. And so, but also with oat milk and hazelnut milk and almond milk tastes fantastic. Frozen strawberries and 2 bananas mixed into it and just mixed in my KitchenAid blender, and it's wonderful. And it's very healthy to drink that every day. So, yeah, that's all love. You put others before yourself. That's love. It's not. Love is not romance. It can be part in it. It can also happen in romance, but that's a side issue. True love stands for itself. It has nothing to do with romance. It has nothing to do with, yeah, I want you, my what, but, and then I say, what about the starving dogs on the streets in Iraq? Are you going to give them food and water? And they don't even understand that question. They go like, why would you change the subject? No, I'm not changing the subject. That's true love. To give a dog on the street in Iraq food and water and protect him. And do what you can to protect that dog and speak to other people. Say that those are living sentient beings like us. They're not devils. Speak out. Go the extra mile for another living being. That's love. That's true love. Be the be the pioneer of love for the world is my message to all of you, wherever you live. And some people live in horrendous situations and countries and places ruled by religion and all of this and adversity. Speak out for true love anyway, regardless of the situation. And that is what I'm dedicated to do for the rest of my life until the day I die. Okay, you guys take care. Bye bye.